Yeah,
AOA podcast.
there it is.
What up, big dog?
What is happening? Ready to go, baby.
Here's what's happening on this episode. Epstein and Leon Black. This guy's crazy. We'll tell you about it.
Right.
Speaking of crazy, there's a
Oof.
common theme throughout this episode.
This is the crazy show.
Taryn Manning goes off on social media talking about cheating with some guy's husband and buying him a boat and licking
Doing
things.
some licking things. You could use your imagination on that one.
Blindside. It was all a lie. The whole thing was a lie.
The whole thing. I thought part of it.
I think most of it.
Some of it?
We'll dissect it.
Dissect it.
CNN is shuffling up their lineup. It's probably not going to help. And now there's a group of Native Americans that want the Washington Commanders to change their name back.
Really?
We've come full circle, my friend.
Okay.
That's a podcast.
Hit the thing.
Hit the wrong thing.
Useless. Man.
Let's just get
You
through
need
this.
this vacation.
Let's get through this and get to vacation. Come on.
Oh, boy.
Come on, big man. We can do it.
Let's rock and roll, baby. We
We
can
can
do
do it. All right, Leon Black. This is the crazy nuts billionaire accused of,
I never heard of this. Who is this guy? Leon Black?
this is a fat guy. Remember, he's been on Epstein Island. He just paid a shit ton of money to one of the victims.
Okay.
He was accused by an autistic teen of the R word. Can't say it too early in the episode for YouTube. And
So giant scumbag. Got it.
yeah, so they just filed court documents because they're on this case now with this young lady. And they just filed court documents. He is claiming that she's lying. Obviously, that's what he's claiming. But he's also saying that her family is saying that she's lying, that she's not only making up the alleged incident between her and Leon Black, but she's also making up that she's autistic.
Huh.
This comes from court filings that he put in because he hired a private investigator to look into her.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, you're gonna do whatever you can do to get out of this thing, I guess. But I mean, you're already at the bottom rung of society.
Ask me who I believe, her or him.
Oh, I believe her. Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
It's her.
This guy's just flailing on his back like a turtle.
Yeah, and not that there aren't some victims out there that make stuff up.
I think it's fewer than everybody thinks.
Right, but the thing is, even if you're okay, it's never good to make something up about somebody, to lie about them.
Right.
That's never a good thing. What are the odds that this guy, who is so closely what are the odds that this girl is making this up?
She's not making it.
She's not.
Is it proved that she was on the island and she was taken there and everything?
Well, I don't know about her specifically, but we know he's been on the island. We know I think they're saying that her incident took place in Manhattan.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't nothing to do with Epstein or something to do with Epstein.
Well, it was in Epstein's house.
Okay. So then, yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know why we're debating this. I'm sure it'll all come out in court.
Right.
Private investigator. I don't know the rules with private investigators and court cases and stuff. Like the stuff that they find, is that all? That's evidence, like legit stuff, or can they is that acceptable evidence?
I don't know, but I assume. I guess you can call a private investigator on the stand and ask them questions, and they could.
What did you find?
Yeah.
Photos, but I mean, all right.
Yeah, but the mere fact that he hired a private eye, I just feel it feels quite shady in the fact of it's like, hey, this isn't going well. This is not going to go well for me. See what you can dig up.
Right.
So
Justice has a good point. It depends on how it's obtained. That's a good, you probably can't bug someone and use that as evidence because it's an invasion. It's probably not admissible. It depends. Right. If it's obtained, if it's evidence obtained legally, then I'm sure it's okay. Then that's a good point.
Right. Yes, you couldn't be bugging them and not know about it. So you're not
Yeah.
because a private eye can't get a warrant
or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he sent this investigator to go visit her parents' house to find out more about her and find out more about her family and her. And that just screams of rich person sending over somebody to destroy somebody's life that he wronged.
It's a character assassination kind of a thing. He's trying to dig up something to make her look not credible.
Allegedly, so forth and so on.
When he's a giant alleged scumbag.
Agreed. Taryn Manning. This is the big
Manning.
Oh my God. Manning. What did I say? Manning?
Manning?
By Manning. Taryn Manning. Stanza. Taryn Manning. She, if you don't know her, she's in Orange is the New Black. She's in the Britney Spears movie.
She was amazing in Orange is the New Black. She was
really good.
She was the best one in that show, I thought.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the hottest crackhead looking girl that we have on the planet.
Hottest crackhead looking girl.
Like she looks like a crackhead. Like
right. I know. I got you.
But it's like you're still like
I would think if there's anybody else.
Yeah, you're like I would kind of like sleep. Like Lindsay Lohan crept into that territory, but didn't start there.
Yeah, she was toying around with that area, but she bounced back. She married, has a kid now,
doing great.
She bounced right back.
Good for her, which not a lot of people do from Long Island, by the way.
Right.
So good for her.
Good for her. So yeah, but this is Taryn Manning thing. Holy crap! And she posted this thing herself. So apparently, what is it? TikTok? She was on.
I first saw it on TikTok. I think you did too. Yeah, I think it's on all her social. But yeah, she got in a car and she was like, "Listen, I was with a married guy, and he liked to have his butt licked." And
like, why are you sharing this with us? Like,
I was on my way to go buy a boat, and I think it was,
I was gonna go buy him a boat.
I was gonna go buy him a boat after licking his asshole, and I think she said something to the effect of his bitch wife ruined it.
Yeah, that pesky marriage of theirs.
Yeah,
got in the way.
Boy, wives, what inconsiderate pieces of shit. Am I right?
Guy was about to get a boat.
After getting his ass licked for a week and a half, it seems like.
The SS tossed salad. I mean, guy's about to live the life on the open sea.
That's good.
With the old open A.
Oh, man, that's good. What kind of a guy? I mean, how magical do you have to be to convince a woman to not only lick your butt, but then make her feel like I need to do more for this guy?
Not only do I need to lick his butt, but I got to now buy him a boat.
Yeah.
And she knew he was married, right? Is that did she say that? Like she knew the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't like a big surprise to her. I don't remember what she said in the video. Like, was she seeing this guy not knowing he was married, or she knew?
No, I'm pretty sure she knew. Do you want me to play part of it?
If we can.
Yeah, I'll play a couple of clips. She looks like she's high off her ass in
She looks like and is acting like her character on in Orange is the New Black.
But it's hard to tell because she always looks high off her ass. It's like
yeah, but you see her after Orange is the New Black kind of ended. You saw her do like red carpet stuff, and she looked all put together and with it, and all dolled up and everything, and she looked clean, and but this, she looks like her character from the show, which was a prisoner who was all hopped up on whatever the hell, and it's weird to see.
There's something, I don't know, there's something about her to me that always looks a little trailer trashy, crackheady, but beautiful.
Well, that was her character.
Like also beautiful. Like at the same, like I would be like, oh, I would try and date this girl. I just wouldn't be able to bring her home because my family would be like, why are you with this crackhead?
Yeah, she's got a crackhead vibe going.
She's got a crackhead vibe. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people are crackheady. What are you gonna do?
You gotta want to date a crackhead. Be with a crackhead. Be happy.
That's like, this reminds you of Jim Brewer. Remember Jim Brewer, his eyes are such a weird color.
Oh no, and they're always half closed.
and they always have clothes. He always looks fucked up. He always looks high off his ass,
Yeah.
like no matter what.
What's ironic is that he in the movie Half Baked, he wasn't stoned for any of it. There was only one scene he was stoned for, and it was on accident because he was done. He shot all the scenes, whatever. He was done for the day. He went to his trailer. He smoked something, and then they said, "All right, we got to bring you back on for something." And he's like, "Oh shit!" So he did one like 3-second thing where he was stoned, and then everything else he was completely sober.
But he's stoned in the movie itself.
But he's
like
playing a big stoner.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, here's Taryn going on and on.
So, the man that I've been messing with is a married man, and every night, well,
This sounds like me a couple of Fridays ago.
Oh, yes, it does.
3 nights in a row, or even maybe there's a night in between, I was licking his butthole.
That sounds like you too.
It's an interesting structure of telling the story.
I mean, I'm hooked from the beginning. Does that?
Yeah.
She's good at it. She's telling her.
Yeah.
She's got me listening.
Because the story is, I'm upset the man that I'm seeing has left me for his wife. Let me start by telling you about how I licked his asshole for 3 nights in a row. Right. Like that's comedic. That's Chappelle, Chris Rock, Joe Coy, like that's the highest.
She could bring that story on the road and tell it on the stage.
It's elite level storytelling.
Yeah.
And then even I think 3 nights, but there might have been one night in there where I didn't, but pretty much licked his asshole like all the time.
Because he liked it.
Because he liked it.
And I didn't mind doing it. Does that bother? Is that weird?
No. Let me ask you a question. Do you like having your asshole licked?
I'm sure I would. I don't know. Would you?
I've never had it done.
Well, there you go.
I feel like that's 98% of men on this planet. Maybe less.
Probably.
Maybe I should lower that. I feel like that's a lot. I feel like that's a pretty big ask. I feel like when you get to the point in a relationship where you're like, we should try tonight. You licking my asshole.
So it'd have to be a set of rules. Like you have to fast for 3 days. You'd have to go through like a car wash.
Yeah.
Naked. Holding onto your ankles.
A car wash naked? Bees are life. My boyfriend does. I would like an elaboration on this, Bee's life, because I don't know. I mean, I like a lot of other things licked.
I'm sure people love it. Like, why would they do it if it's not,
I just feel like men spend 100% of their time talking about farting and pooping and oh, my asshole hurts and like all kind. Like, I don't know what age it is exactly, but you get to like 31 and all of a sudden your asshole
it's downhill.
Just hurts all the time.
Your butthole game just starts plummeting from 31 on.
Yeah, just like you can't eat. It's like, what hurts my asshole? Mexican food. And then you're
Oxygen.
like, you know what else hurts my asshole? Italian food. You know what else hurts my asshole? Hamburgers. And then you're sort of like, wait a second.
So the food that I've been eating my entire life suddenly is affecting my ass. What is happening here?
I think the problem is in my asshole and not so much the food I'm consuming.
I mean, I'm sure, people go do it all the time. I'm sure it's a thing. I'm sure there are people that have had it done and don't like it, and they said never again. That's everybody's thing.
I don't know how let me say this. I feel like we're getting into weird territory. I don't know if I could break somebody's soul by telling them I don't need my asshole. You could stop. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine?
I appreciate this, but stop.
Could you imagine that you've done it? You've broken down and you're like, I'm gonna lick my boyfriend / husband, whatever. I'm gonna lick his asshole, and then you do such a poor job, and he has the balls to be like, you don't have to do that. We don't have to do that again.
Yeah, this it was a nice thought, but
That would be horrific.
could we just watch TV a little bit?
Yeah. Do you want me to lick your asshole tonight? Can we just watch
You know
TV?
what? I'm good tonight.
I mean, there would be zero self-confidence left in a person after you deny an asshole licking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we're keeping this topic in the beginning of the episode would have been flagged, probably, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we got it into the 10-minute mark. It might have been a little around the 8.5 minute or so. It's a close one.
All right.
It's a close one. Bees Our Life says he likes it with a BJ. Well, again, not that I want to deny or
It's
not
very generous.
Yeah, or not believe people, but is it that, or is it just that he's getting a BJ? Because, I mean, my wife could tell me she poisoned me earlier during a BJ, and I would be like, it's fine. Just keep going.
We'll
We'll worry about it later.
That's post BJ Ant's problem.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife could tell me I've wiped out our savings I've gambled our savings away, and I'd be like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, all is forgiven.
We'll get through this.
Somehow we'll pull through.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Everything's gonna be fine, honey. Because what are you gonna do? You gonna stop?
Look at Todd time. Of course, with a BJ, if you're just eating ass, you're a weirdo.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk business here. We're gonna talk business.
That's true.
I mean, what are we doing here?
I don't want to be judgmental, but Todd makes a point here.
He has a point. I think that's in the handbook.
Yeah.
Book.
I could, even if listen, let me start by saying this, in case my wife is listening, which I know she's not. I'm not curious about it. Even if I was, I just don't know if I could bring myself to do that to another human being. It's just not.
It's not your bag. I get it. It's yeah, same. I'm not in that boat.
I'm not dying to know about it either. I mean, there might be some dudes that are. I don't know.
Hey, it's people do their thing. That's everybody has their thing, and if you're two consenting adults, do what you got to do.
Let me give you this scenario. You're on a second date.
Oh, that's perfect second date stuff.
Girl goes down there. Next thing you know, she's tongue deep in your asshole. You asking her out on a third date?
I'm still married at this point, right? I mean, what are we talking about here?
No, you're married, but your wife doesn't know.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because I'm not calling that girl back. I'm sorry. I'm going to be like...
I'm at least paying, taking the bill off the table. I got to at least buy dinner.
Well, I hope you're done with dinner by that point.
Who knows? Never know. Kind of establishment rating.
What do you order for dinner when you know you're getting your asshole eaten?
Just salad.
I don't know
you
if you want
to stay away from anything oily or peppery.
Yeah, but salad helps the digestive tract. I don't know if you even want that.
You want rice. You want binding. Something binding.
You want rice.
You want something that's not going to, cause any issues.
Let me get a bowl of rice, please.
I mean, you got to know. You might not know that's on the menu for the evening.
It's just, again, swinging, threesomes, ass eating. I just want to be in the room when those subjects are broached so that I could analyze the look of the person receiving the information and tell the other person if it's really a genuine.
See, that's a reality show. Couples broaching these topics with their significant other, sitting down. There's a hidden camera, and one partner goes to the other one and says, "I want to do this with you," and we get the genuine reaction from the other person.
Yeah,
that's something we would watch.
I asked you if you would invite that girl out to a third date. Todd says, "Marry the girl." That's a guy who likes his ass getting eaten.
You see that?
He's having a good time with
Todd time for this show here.
Bird says we're thinking too much. You just got to go in it for the moment. I guess if it happened, but I don't know.
I'm sure. It's like one of those when it's happening, you're not worried about the mortgage. You're not worried about and then all of a sudden that happens. You're probably like, all right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I could always see myself being kind of bored by something like that, though. Like if like it's not one of the main, you know, like we got a main
get
character.
excited over anything though.
No, I really not. Like even people are like, "Oh, you got to do this with the balls. You got to do." Yeah, well, yeah.
Who's giving you this advice?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know,
What support group are you attending that's telling you what to do with balls?
I get a lot of sex tips on TikTok now. All of a sudden, where people are like, you know, you should do this, you should do that, or you know, your husband should do. Okay, this is what I've noticed, and I feel like this is a scam. Women going, we should all be blowing guys more, because then it's cheating the algorithm, because it's like, send this to somebody who should wake you up with a blowjob. How many guys are like, oh, forward this to my wife?
Hey, honey, she'll
You know?
love this.
Yeah. And then it's like, it's getting a boost in algorithm because it's getting shared so much. It's like, of
Is it,
course that's
though?
going to be shared.
Nobody's sharing that with their significant other, are they?
Oh, I think so.
Are you?
I mean, the first 12, and then I was like, I think this is bullshit.
All right.
I think I'm onto this.
But just in case, I'm going to keep sending these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
by the
play
way,
the odds.
The people that are like, wake your husband up with a blowjob. No, no, never do that. Ever. Never.
Never?
Never. That first one, let the guy pee first. I mean, like, I'm talking if they're over 35, let
That's a
them
good point.
go to the
Gotta
bathroom.
Go to the
first.
bathroom. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Got to go to the bathroom. That's the first thing.
You gotta go pee. That's a pee boner. You know what I'm saying? That's not a real, like, and I'm in the mood for it boner. I mean,
Yeah.
it could stay that way, but you know,
Yeah, no, you definitely got to go first.
yeah, pee first. Are you crazy? Yeah, nuts.
You wake them up and go to the bathroom. That's how you start that.
Exactly. Yeah, go.
And then when you get back,
Got a surprise for you.
game on.
Make sure you wipe your ass extra clean too, just in case.
Right? Use the wet wipes that we got from the barbecue joint.
Oh my god, from the barbecue joint. Chris Rock has a bit on this. We got to look this up.
Oh yeah, you don't know this one?
No, I probably forgot it.
He likes it with syrup. Is his whole thing.
Is that it?
Yeah, he talks about getting your salad tossed means having and then he describes it, and then he goes with something or syrup. I prefer syrup, and it's a bit.
You can't help but do the Chris Rock cascade. He starts up here, and it always
That's how we
ends
talk.
like going down some stairs. Like that's
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's his rhythm,
that's his rhythm. It's so good.
and it's the same. I wonder if he talks like that in regular conversation.
I don't know. I wonder.
And he walks around a lot during the stand-up.
Mm.
Jelly or syrup? Thank you, Robin.
I'm fascinated though by this ass eating thing. I feel like this is something that men should not be experiencing. I mean, gay guys, fine, go ahead,
for it.
knock yourselves out, do whatever. you do.
Only gay guys. Why
They can have,
can't-
yeah, because they got to do whatever they're doing. It's fine with me. I don't care. But a
So then why
straight
can't
guy
straight guys do that?
feels like it feels like opening a door. You should be doing the gentlemanly
Back door.
thing and open. You got it.
Come on. You unlocked that one for me.
You're killing me tonight. I can't laugh without coughing. But yeah, like you could open the door for her. You could do that to her. Her to do that to you seems unnatural to me. I don't know.
Well, for you, it's not you're not thinking of that way.
This
But
partially comes.
The woman might want to do that to the guy, and the guy would do that to the girl.
This is all, by the way, born from. I have a horrific asshole. Like I can't imagine.
That's we don't need.
I'm just saying. Like I feel like my time to get my asshole licked has passed. Like I do not want. That is not something I want my wife doing. You know what I mean?
A no-fly zone.
Yeah. Like if I didn't get that done in my 20s, that door is closed. There's no. I know that seems like an old man thing to say, but it's the truth. You know.
That property is overgrown.
Yes.
And has not seen
Yes.
a maintenance crew in a while.
It's the abandoned lot on the street. You're exactly right.
Yeah, no go.
But by the way, when we were in our 20s, nobody talked about getting their asses eaten. Like that was not a thing that was discussed.
There was no internet. Now there's internet, and we got Taryn Manning telling us about it.
That's true. We had the internet when we were. Don't act like we're 90. Jesus.
We had typewriters. That was our internet.
Yeah. Well,
Cups
Taryn,
on strings.
I could play the audio, but she goes on to say that the guy was married. She was going to buy a boat, and then I guess it's I don't. Did you get this vibe that she had just pulled over at a gas station and he had like just left, like just walked out of the car?
No, I got the vibe that she was in the parking lot of the boat buying place,
Okay,
like at a marina. I feel like she was at a marina
right,
next to a boat lot.
right. Okay, could be.
That's what I was thinking. And she got some call or something, and I don't know why did she say she had to jump on and make this video that he was breaking up with her, or what happened? I don't remember.
That was
how it resolved.
that was the synopsis, that like they had just split, like just broke up. And
All
then
right, so hey guys, she's available.
Hey, if you like to have your ass eaten,
Go get some Taryn Manning.
it's a fresh one on the market.
Yep.
But she mentioned the wife's name. She said Leanne in the video at one point towards the end. She calls her Leanne, the wife, which I don't know about how true this is, and I don't think it is, but in the search bar on TikTok, like it'll give you like a suggested search.
Okay.
And a lot of people were suggesting Leanne Rhymes in the thing. I don't know if that's only because that's the only
Leanne's out there. Oh,
famous ones.
Well, why? She doesn't have to be a famous person.
She doesn't.
This
Yeah, you're right.
person that she's talking about. The guy. She doesn't even say if the guy's famous. We don't know who the guy is.
No clue.
Yeah, so we don't know.
No clue. She did make another video that credit to, I don't know if it was oh, she also said this is what demons do, which is pretty funny.
What does demons do? What do demons do?
They force their husbands to come back to them, I think.
Oh, yeah. See, that's fucked up.
She's fucking batshit crazy. She's batshit crazy. Paige and Paul sent me this other one that she had done where she's in a jacket. It's clearly in the middle of summer. But here she goes. Here, let me play this for you.
I want to talk about how, I messed with a married man that made it very clear to me that he and his wife had almost just had become roommates, and that it was fine. And he was.
By the way, I think that's how 90% of men who cheat. I think that's what they say.
Oh, my wife's fine with it. Yeah, no, we're that close to being divorced, and it's over. We're just, haven't signed the paperwork yet.
We have an understanding.
Yeah, bullshit. Let me talk to the wife.
Yeah, I know. I think that's what a lot of dudes
very
do.
special to me, and when he didn't get his way, he ended up, turning on me, and I just thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty disgusting because So ever since, I found the Bible and I really ascended, like there's something that happens, you guys, when you truly find the Lord. You see demons everywhere. It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. All the demons that are being seen.
I mean, the guy was cheating on his wife. I mean, is he the demon? Is she the demon? Is Taryn Manning? Which one of you three? Who is she talking about?
Did the demon convince her to eat an ass? That's what I like to know. Like, where does the ass eating come in the demon spotting?
I don't know, man.
That's what I would love to know.
Apparently, brown is the new black.
Oh, nice. Also, I don't know if you saw this in her video, but she's wearing a ring over like two fingers.
Yeah,
that's like a cross.
Yeah,
and she's eating ass. Come on.
Hey, listen. Everybody has their own. Between two consenting adults, it's not a. I don't know if that's a sin. That's probably not a sin, right?
Listen, no, but before you're married,
anything, premarital sex is a sin, I guess. But the guy cheating on his wife is a big one.
Big one. Yeah, big one. But I mean, you got to love these. Like, I found Jesus and I found the Bible and I'm having premarital sex. I'm eating premarital ass. All right, maybe he's married. Hey, if you really found the Bible, you would be, you would have sex to procreate, right? That's kind of the point. Everybody kind of abandons those things once they're like, oh, I like eating ass.
Yeah, it's cherry picking.
It's a lot. It's ass cherry picking is what it is.
It's dingleberry picking.
Hey, would you blow me with a good point? She ain't going to find Jesus in a glory hole. That's right.
True that.
That is right.
Did you say true that?
You did. How old do you think she's doing that she could just go buy a boat for a guy that she just started?
I guess that Orange is the New Black money is rolling in. She was in what, a Britney Spears thing? What Britney Spears? You said she was in a Britney.
I think she was in the Britney Spears movie. Did she make
It was a
more than
Britney
one?
Spears movie?
Yeah.
Oh, the one Crossroads?
Crossroads. Yeah.
That was a million years ago.
Yeah, but wasn't she in that?
I don't know, but she's been in something recently, no?
What are you saying? That's not a good credit?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
She looks demonic. She was in 8 Mile Crossroads. I nailed it. I was right. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
here's
8 Mile. Very good.
here's the one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 that come up first in her Google search. Orange is the New Black.
Right.
Karen. Hustle and Flow. 8 Mile, Crossroads, Cleveland Abduction. Those are her top 6.
I feel like there was something else big that I've seen her in that just, man, I can't think of it. I'm looking.
Was it the Ass Eaters compilation disc?
That's it. Yes. I don't know. I guess she may have had a bit part in something, but what happened to Brittany Murphy? She was in that for some reason.
Mm.
But no, I don't know how much money she's just buy her guy a boat. That's pretty good. You got to be doing okay, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, again, I've never gotten a woman to eat my ass or buy me a boat. These are two things that I
You
don't
have
even
not
think
lived, my friend.
I haven't lived. I don't think I'd even come close. I wouldn't even come close.
It's one hell of a bucket list.
You got to be one selfish bastard to be cheating on your wife, going, "Why don't you eat my ass?" And then getting your. Do you think after 3 days of ass eating, he was like, "What else could I get her to do? Let me mention that boat."
Just leave a couple of brochures out. Hey, honey. Well, after you brush your teeth, take a look at these.
It's fucking unbelievable. This guy. I got to meet this guy. Honestly, I
Get
got
to
to
hit
meet
the
this
scope.
guy. Yeah, he's unbelievable. Fucking ass eater.
Oh.
Now, okay, let me ask you this. Sorry, we got to go back. We're not ready for Blindside Live.
Oh boy.
If a girl eats your ass, don't you feel obligated to return that favor? That feels like an automatic. I've got to eat an ass back.
So.
Right?
Probably. I mean, I guess that's how it works. It's like the other stuff. Any of the other things, you gotta reciprocate. No.
Mm.
For the most part.
Raven said she was in Coyote Ugly.
Hey, way to go, Raven.
Was that right? Is she in that?
Raven was in that? I don't know.
No, not Raven. Dick.
No, I don't know. I didn't see that in the credits, but I could have missed it. There's a possibility.
It's implied. Yeah, that's a return. Well, you got to return that favor.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody gives you a 20 and what
Hustle and Flow.
And whatever their thing was is at 18, you got to get those $2. You got to return it. You got to give it back.
Yeah.
You got to make it happen.
She was in Sons of Anarchy for what seemed like the full time.
Yeah, she's probably in whatever they need a crackhead for. Like she's the crackhead. Like, let's go get the crackhead girl.
Right.
Like right now, all the casting directors in Hollywood are like, did you hear that the crackhead girl loves to eat ass?
Hey, listen, she shared that info willingly. That's what it, we're going to talk about it.
She didn't share it willingly. She fucking led with it.
She did. That was unnecessary information. She could have just said, I was with the guy that was that was married.
We were madly in love.
Buy him a boat.
Yeah.
But she took us there. She painted a nice picture.
Do you think that's what madly in love means? Like when your parents were talking about.
I don't want to. No.
You think
my parents were never madly in love?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like when you hear that from mom and dad, do you think, did mom eat dad's ass? Like, is that a 70s and 60s thing? Or is that only something that's happened in the last couple of years?
I think it was probably more difficult in the 70s and 60s with the razor shortage that was going on.
Good point.
Thank you. But it's probably more of a thing these days.
All right, Blindside, Frank. Did you see the movie?
No.
You never saw Blindside?
No, I never saw it.
Oh, my goodness.
I get the gist, though.
Wonderful story about the Tuohys, Leanne Toohey and Sean Toohey. Leanne played famously by
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra
She
Bullock.
won for that, didn't she?
I believe so. It's great. She finds this kid who plays football on a bus, and the bus can't go under 55 or else it'll explode.
See?
The whole thing is
This
just
does sound familiar.
grabs you from the first second.
And then the bus has to win a beauty contest.
Undercover.
Undercover.
Yeah.
I remember this movie.
Yeah. I'll tell you
with you.
what. You know, we're playing around here, but we should combine every Sandra Bullock movie because I think we'd have a great movie on our hands.
At least one. What was that one with the... There was the newer one. She was in one recently with, I think, Channing Tatum and Brad Pitt about some island treasure hunting island thing.
Really?
The Lost City or the Lost Island. It was actually really good. It was a good movie. It was funny.
With Brad Pitt and Channing Tatum?
Yes.
Whose asshole did she eat out?
Yeah, you'd have to ask her.
All right. Oh, so nothing on screen like that?
Keanu Reeves. Whoa.
Whoa, I like how you lick my asshole.
That's my ass. Whoa. I was in the Matrix. Whoa.
Oh, man.
You think he calls his ass the Matrix?
Yeah, if it's getting eaten all the time, yeah, I would.
You want to plug into the Matrix? Well, oh, Bird Box was good. That was a decent movie.
I never saw Bird Box. Was it good?
It was good. They just made like I don't know if it's a remake or a sequel or whatever, but there's a version of it that's not in English. I don't know which country it's from, but it's Bird Box with another subtitle underneath. I forget the name of it, but it's on Netflix.
See, if you come up with a Bird Box 2, how do you not name it Bird Boxes? That just doesn't make any sense. Just more Bird Boxes in this one.
I want to see birds boxing.
No,
I wonder if Bird saw Bird Box.
That would be amazing. I wonder if she did. Okay.
Bill. Sorry.
I like that. We should write a whole thing where you just go talking Keanu Reeves' voice back and his ass eating.
Whoa. You're like totally eating my ass. Whoa.
Put your tongue in the Matrix.
Yes. If your tongue goes less than 50 miles an hour.
All right.
And my ass will explode.
All right. So anyway, here's the real point of the movie. Michael Orr is this young kid. He's tough times, bad neighborhood, the whole 9 yards. They're from a wealthy, affluent neighborhood. They come across him. I forget how, but they basically like adopt him, bring him into the family, and they're like super nice to him. And it's like, oh, look at this white family helping this poor black kid out. And then they enroll him into their high school and they get him away from all the drug dealers and gangs and all the shittiness that, you know, that every underprivileged person has. And then the movie's interesting because they are big, you know, outside of New York. By the way, in New York, we just do not give a shit about college sports. Like, we don't.
Oh, I couldn't care less.
Fucking care.
I barely care about professional sports.
Yeah. There's 40. That's the thing. We have more than enough professional sports teams not to give a shit about. Now we have 40 colleges. We just don't care. But when you go outside of New York, even just as far as Pennsylvania, people fucking love college sports, especially college basketball and college football. Those are the two. And people will murder people for college football.
Man, I couldn't care less. I couldn't name one team. What? All right. I can name Notre Dame. I think is the only one I know.
Well, because of Rudy, right? That's
pretty much it.
Yeah.
Are they the Notre Dame somethings?
Fighting Irish.
Thank you.
Yeah. Which, by the way, not one Irish group asked them to ever change that name. They're like, this is not it. Never mind. It's fine. Can't be bothered.
They got to be sober enough to lodge that complaint.
Nice.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
That's kind of true, though. They do drink their way out of, you know what? They wake up from a hangover going, what were we talking about yesterday? You remember?
I don't know.
I think it was buying tickets to the Notre Dame game. Anyway, so in the movie, it's interesting. They accuse the Tuohys of only adopting him so that he'll go to their alma mater, which is Ole Miss, I believe. And then he has, and then so like the NCAA doesn't believe him, and there's this whole big investigation. And then he talks about they're like, I'm going to Ole Miss because that's where my family goes, and he's all like super proud to be part of the Tui family, and he fucking protects the little kid and protects Mama Tui and all this shit. And then he goes on to get drafted and have a wonderful career in the NFL. Turns out it's all a big fat fucking lie.
Why can't anything be nice?
Seriously, I mean, you're talking about one of the most beautiful, like, it's like such a wonderful story. Other than, I think there were really legitimately people that were like upset. They're like, oh, look at this white, like, oh, white people got to help the black people. Like, I think that really kind of upset some people.
But it was a true story.
Yeah,
supposedly.
it was based on it's based on a true story. But
Why was it called The Blind Side?
Because a quarterback has his blind side, and so it's like it's part of the movie. I don't know. You want me to explain it?
That's stupid. Go ahead.
He's very protective of the family, and so she wants him to protect the quarterback and play good because he's playing like shit because he's like this huge guy who should have all this talent, but he sucks balls.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, you got to protect his blind side. You got to protect him like he's, I forget if she says me or the little brother in the fucking family.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
Did you see Blind Side, J Sabs?
What's that?
Okay.
That's a no.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
The one with Sandra Bullock where she adopts the kid.
But that's from a long time ago.
Yeah.
So you did see it?
I did see it a long time ago, though.
So
I thought it was, but I was like, isn't that old movie? Wait,
it's got to be what, 10 years ago?
Wait, Anthony, how are you feeling?
I'm doing okay.
You feel much better?
I wouldn't say much better, but better.
Okay.
I'm alive.
Well, these man colds. Let me tell you, these man colds last a while.
All right, let me get through this, and then we'll talk about my man cold. Michael Orr, the NFL player, today filed a 14-page petition in Shelby County, Tennessee, claiming that Sean and Leanne Tui never officially adopted him, but instead tricked him into signing away the legal authority to use his name in business deals after he turned 18. So they're saying that they cashed in on the movie, that they got paid for it. He didn't, for his name and likeness.
Oh, so not only did they not adopt him,
right,
but they tricked him into giving away the rights to his story.
Yes.
Oh, that's terrible. Come on,
man.
Yeah.
We had a nice story, a positive, uplifting story. It won awards, Academy Awards all over the place. It was a feel-good movie, and it's all horseshit, and everybody sucks. Got it.
Mm-hmm. According to the documents, it says Michael Orr discovered this lie, much to his chagrin and embarrassment, in February of 2023, when he learned that the conservatorship to which he consented on the basis that doing so would make him a member of the Tui family, in fact, provided him no familial relationship with the Tuis. The Tuis could not be reached for comment at the time of this article being published earlier today. Had Orr been legally adopted, he would have retained the power to handle his own finances as a member of the family, whereas a conservatorship gives that authority to the Tuis.
Let me ask you this.
They Britney Speared him.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when they were making this movie, the kid was in college, right? He was already grown.
I think he was in the NFL already.
He was in the NFL. So they didn't talk to him at all when they were making this movie? They didn't go to the guy and say, this is your movie about you and the Tuis, and when we want your input on it, on all of this?
I guess not. I don't know. I guess not. I guess it kind of got, I don't know. My guess is going to be they've been taking care of everything for him. They were probably like, they're going to make a movie about your life. Isn't that great? We'll take care of it. You just concentrate on football, and and we'll take care of everything.
Wow. And
also,
my other question, you go ahead.
You can ask it, but also think about how they can just hold this over his head. Like, we saved you. We took you out of the ghetto. We saved you. We put you into school. We got you the scholarship. We got you all the shit. You're an NFL star now. What do you want? What else do you want from? Like, they could totally guilt him into like being like, all right, I won't. I'm not going to push it.
Yeah, I guess that was probably my other question was why did it like was this in the works? Like there's a lawsuit, right? This is all
Well, he just filed it today.
okay. I was going to say how long has this been in the workings because that movie came out what 10, 12 years ago whenever it was?
Yeah, just today he filed it.
Okay.
It came out in let me see here. The conservatorship has been in effect since 2004.
Oh, geez.
The movie came out in 2009. So they moved pretty quick, 5 years. So Michael Keaton's Batman took 10 years to make. So they got this done in 5. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, 14 years later, right now, it's 14 years now. Okay, 14 years after the movie.
Yeah, but they started the conservatorship in 2004. The movie came out in 2009. So that means they started making the movie within 5 years of them even having him.
Right. Huh.
Movie, by the way, grossed $300 million.
I wonder how much of that the Tuohys get.
A lot more than Michael, it seems.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what angered me about them? The first time I saw this movie was on like TBS. So I didn't see the beginning, but like I came in the middle. And I remember saying to my wife, because she comes home at one point, and again, it's one of those movies where you watch it and they're like in this gorgeous house, like beautiful, huge white kitchen. Everything is white, you know.
White.
She comes home one point and she like throws just like Taco Bell like all over the kitchen table. I said to my wife, I'm like, isn't that a little weird? Like they're so rich, but they just getting Taco Bell. And she's like, well, no, they own Taco Bells.
Ah.
So she's like, they own. She's like, I think that's how the Tuohys made their money, and that just made me so angry because it's like, I didn't know you could get rich that way. Like,
yeah, you own a franchise. It's your own section.
Yeah, but
you get to run these 5 Taco Bells, and you.
But you have to make money to get that in the first place, and I don't know how they.
Yeah, you have to.
I don't know how they did.
Yeah, but I don't know. Stocks. Who the hell knows?
There was something about it that
make
just
millions of dollars.
Yeah, there's something about it that just aggravated the shit out of me because I'm like, oh, they're just sitting on their ass, fucking making money off of Taco Bell, and now they grab this kid.
Yeah.
You know, like I never liked that from the beginning. I was always like a little annoyed with the whole thing.
Yeah. Now we know why your annoyance was justified.
Yeah, it was. I never trusted.
We've all been blindsided.
We've all. Nice. I wish I wasn't talking when you delivered that. That was good.
Jerk.
Say it again. Do it again.
We've all been blindsided. There's your clip.
You got it.
Oh.
You're right, Frank. We have all been blindsided.
All right.
Well done.
Now let's move on to the CNN shuffle.
CNN shuffle. CNN's at it.
Dying of the heat in here. You're
You're
lucky I made it right now. I'm dying. You know how hot it is down here? Sorry.
No.
I told you to make it hot down there.
It's getting hot in here.
Where that?
Why is it so hot down there? You don't have the air conditioner on?
I don't have an AC downstairs.
So move your stuff upstairs.
You should look into that.
I don't want to.
All right. Then
put an air conditioner. Be in comfort.
I know. Well, you know what? It's okay. It gives me less time here. Oops. Who said that?
CNN is shuffling their lineup, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody thinks it's gonna work. Like nobody even. I would read you the names of the new people in the new spots. Nobody cares.
Do you care about any lineup of any news thing anywhere?
No.
All right.
A little bit.
Really?
Yeah, because it's interesting to me. Like when they go, oh, they think this is gonna work, and it's just like a radio station. It's like that's not gonna work.
What is then?
Somebody interesting. None of these people are interesting. Who cares?
Who's interesting to give you the news? So you know what they should do? It would take too much time. Or they shouldn't have it like computer. They could do it if they did like a.
This is going to be a crazy idea.
This is going to be crazy out there, bad shit. Like you ever watch The Simpsons? They have Kent Brockman as the news guy.
Yep, the guy with the white hair.
Right. You get him to read you the news. I'd watch that.
Oh, whoa.
That was actually a good idea. It wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
This is a shake-up.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
Yeah. Last story, and then we'll have some fun. Janine's dying to make fun of me for being a wuss, so we'll give her that opportunity. There's a Native American group that is demanding that the Washington Commanders change their name back to the Washington Redskins. They're called the Native American Guardians Association, NAGA.
That's fake.
And they've got a petition going that has gained more than 90,000 signatures already.
Are we going to see a NAGA rally?
I think we might. They're saying we invite all Americans to stand up for the dignity of every American under assault in today's increasingly nonsensical culture wars. Their argument is basically that you're washing Native American culture out of American culture, that you're removing their contributions to the country by just getting rid of them.
See, I think
it ain't the worst argument I've ever heard.
No, it's not a bad argument, but not having a dog in the fight, to use the expression, it's hard for me to comment on something that doesn't concern, because people, you don't know. But I think the term Redskins, it doesn't have to be that. It could be something with respect, right? It doesn't have to be deleted, but it could be changed into something that would be respectful to Native Americans, right? I mean, I thought we all agreed that Redskins was kind of racist. No? Isn't that why they changed it?
I mean, I didn't vote or anything. I didn't fill out a form anywhere.
Right. But, calling someone, referring to people by the color of their skin, isn't that not a good thing to do? So, yeah, if you want to change it from Washington Redskins to Washington and then a local tribe of that area, maybe, that
like the Blackhawks?
Like the Blackhawks. Like something, something indicative of a tribe maybe that lived on that land or something. Does it have to be the Redskins? I mean, I thought that's why it changed in the first place, because it was a kind of an insulting, stereotypical.
It was a skin tone thing. Got it. Okay. Right. Yeah, I could see that. I'll tell you what, this is like reaped hell on Long Island, because there's so many Native American tribes on Long Island that like every high school mascot on Long Island is every school like team is named after a Native American.
Which is great if it's, as long as it's done respectfully.
Well, they've changed all of them. They've literally like 22 schools have changed their name in the last like 10 years or 5 years or something crazy.
What if they name the school after a Native American tribe or a Native American person of import? That it's the leader of whatever.
I think you're right.
Significant person. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the Redskins. I mean that. I understand what their point is of stop deleting us out of the culture. We were, at least we had a spot in the American culture. I get that.
It's a good point.
But does it have to be about, I think the point the other side is making is, we could, bring it back to something to do with Native Americans, but it doesn't have to be so insulting.
Yeah. I always understood when they said they didn't want to be like caricatures. Like, I got that part of it. Because, like, if you could imagine, let's say somebody made a caricature who was like a plumber and just talked with a prototypical Italian accent. Like, that would be insulting to Italians, don't you think?
I don't know, maybe.
I agree with you. My old alma mater was the St. John's Red Men, and now they're called the Red Storm, and it's so fucking stupid. Like, what's a red storm? Like, it doesn't.
It's a storm of
when your girl gets her period.
Uniform. That's what everybody in school said. It's like a period storm. That's basically what everybody who attends the school.
And she goes say. Crazy.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you don't have to be the Washington Commanders, but you don't have to be the, again, if the consensus among the Native Americans is they were not insulted by Redskins, then bring it back, whatever. I mean, I feel like it's not for us to decide that. If they're insulted by it, then change it. If they're not, then there's no problem.
I like reading back our comments sometimes. Like, your wife has done this to perfection. Frank, cartoon Ken Brockman hosts the news, and that wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
I'm telling you, Ken Brockman would be great.
Oh, with the fake cough. Go ahead.
I got a real cough. It's fucking. I have never. Everything is irritating me. Everything. I have
Even
never.
me, I can't believe that.
I have. First of all, I've been sick since last Sunday, so over a week.
Yeah, dude,
I have.
what the hell's going on with you?
I've never felt chest congestion like this bad in my life. Like it's fucking crazy.
Where the hell
Have
do you
you
think you got it from?
One of our friends' parties where I fucking got it from. One of those kids at that party.
I'm so glad I was hanging out with Darius Rucker that night.
Yeah, I know. You were hobnobbing with Hootie, and I'm fucking over there getting fucking death
I was
cold.
hanging with Hootie. You were hanging with Cooties.
But that joke.
But what was my point? I had a point. Oh, how have you gotten any better since the worst you've been?
I don't have a fever anymore.
So what are your symptoms now? You got a cough? And
Now it's just a cough. Yeah, that's the only thing left. No fever, no headache. I never had a sore throat through the whole thing. Now it's just this fucking chest cough that just will not go away.
That sucks, dude. Are you contagious? What do the doctors say?
No, because once you get past the fever, a couple of days after the fever, it's fine.
All right, so then quit your bitching.
Haywood, ant
Anthony,
eating cootie
wait.
booty at J Sab's B-Day party. Yes,
You coughing all day long?
all day long.
You know what you should do, and it's really the only thing that helps, is ask for a steroid.
I probably should have, right?
No, call up urgent care and say, listen, I still got this cough and it's really annoying me and it's making me stay up. And can you just put in a prescription for a steroid? Thank you. And that's it.
Maybe I'll do that.
If you call that, they usually will just be like, okay, fine. Because you already went.
Somebody told me nebulizer, and I literally went to go buy one before the show, and there's none around by me.
Yeah, no.
You just use steam. That's the same thing. You get a pot of water or something, and you put your head over it with a towel, and you just inhale the steam. That's the same thing. Well, nebulizers, you could add medicine to it.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on nebulizers, but I think it's just just steam going through you. It's supposed to clear you out.
I don't know.
If you want a quick fix without buying a nebulizer, I would say. Don't take my...
You're not a medical professional?
I'm not a medical professional.
I am, and I think you should just get a whatchamacallit?
A steroid?
Yeah, because it does clear it up right away.
A couple shots of good whiskey. There you go.
Or that.
Oh, I should do a shot of good whiskey. That's the other thing. I haven't had alcohol or any gummies in a week.
Oh, because you're on antibiotics. You're not on antibiotics. Right?
No, I got cough medicine, which is not doing any. That's the thing with the doctors. They gave me this cough medicine. It's not doing shit.
So the same thing happened to me when I had a bad cough, and the cough medicine did not work. I just kept coughing. So I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay, steroid. I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. It did help.
I got it.
Raven has a home remedy here: kettle boiled water and unpasteurized raw honey, and then drink it.
Or jizz.
That's J-Sab's home remedy.
That's my home remedy. Well, at least my husband tries to give me that all the time.
See,
when I have a cough. He's like, oh,
Raven,
open up.
Raven, I was on your side there for a second, and then you follow it up with I cough every day, all day. So does it work or does it not work?
Right. Yeah.
Todd, ass eating and nebulizers. This is my episode.
Everybody's got their favorite. This is Todd's. It's Todd time, baby.
Prednisone? What is that?
I think that's a.
Is that a steroid?
It is.
I think it is. Yeah, so you could put that in that's the nebulizer, that's the medicine that they put in there.
Do steroids have penicillin in them? Because I'm allergic to penicillin.
I have no idea.
No, they
what do I
don't.
look like?
It's not the same kind of drug at all.
That's what I have to say to my doctors like all the time. They're like, are you allergic to anything? And I'm like, you should know this. I've been allergic to the same thing since I was fucking 4.
What's in that chart that you're looking at? Nothing? Is it a picture of a dog? What do you got in there?
Yeah, there's just no. Oh, and then
a little kitty cat.
Do you get this too? I had 103 fever on Monday, and so I tell the nurse this, and then so the doctor comes in. And she's like, "At least she didn't have a fever." I go, "No, I had a bad fever on Monday." She goes, "Oh, I see it now." I'm like, "Wait, are you the
just
person?"
told you that. I think that's a that person thing. I don't think that's with every nurse.
Let's talk about this though. I go into I go in, and there's masks on the thing.
Oh,
So now I don't know what I have, but I'm wearing a mask no matter. I don't give a shit. But I walk in there. There's 12 people in there. I'm the only one wearing a mask.
why would you even put a mask on?
And I almost went, nobody is worried about what I have. None of you are worried about what I have,
No.
are you? You don't care.
If you put the mask on, at least that's something.
I just wanted to go and sit next to all of them and go, how does this feel? Is this okay for you? You feel comfortable? And here's the thing. I would have, except I was worried that what they had was worse than what I had. So that's why I didn't do it.
That's why you put it on.
That's why I put on the mask. Yeah, it wasn't to protect other people. I was like, I don't want to fucking catch anything else while I'm here. It's fucking crazy. And then people walking around CVS and shit, same thing. They're just like, they're like on the line. And
I feel like every doctor's office waiting room and every emergency room should be, no matter what's going on in the world, masks should be required because everybody in there is sick.
I will do you one better. Wait in your car and we will text you when it's your time. That is the shit we need to bring back. Because you think I want to sit there in the fucking room with all the rest of the sickies watching News 12? That is horseshit.
Sitting in
I was going to say, because then, like, you waste your battery. At least you could charge your phone while you're in your car.
Give me a break. I know Erin Colton's your girl, but I've had enough with the fucking bullshit and this is what, this is what 9 out of 10 dentists are saying next.
Who the hell is Erin Colton?
She's
I
one
don't
of our
even watch
local
News
reporters.
12. I don't watch any news.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Does everybody else have the news in their neighborhood where it's like, we have cable news here in New York, and they do one newscast in the morning, and then it repeats for the following 7 hours.
Yeah.
It's the same story.
They do one in the afternoon, but it's just one shit story after the next.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, who cares? And it's such little things like, there was a fire in Comac today, and a house burned down. You're like, who
There's a
fucking
fender
cares?
bender on the Sunrise Highway, and everybody's fine. Great. Why are you telling me this?
This is not news. This is nothing we care
Their
about.
ratings have gone down a lot.
Probably
A lot.
Well, nobody works there anymore. That's part of the
true,
problem.
too. Right.
I know a lot of the people that work there. They all got fucking downsized.
Yep.
They're all doing. It used to be News 12 Long Island had like 40 people, 50 people. Now it's like News 12 Long Island, Jersey, New York, and Westchester. They're sharing 40 people.
Yep.
They're all doing the same shit.
It's ridiculous.
I've had enough of all of it. I can't fucking stand it.
Tell me how you really feel.
I'm so unhappy with the majority of things that are going on right now.
That's you though. You're always unhappy with everything. You're a curmudgeon. You're gonna be a great old man.
Gonna be.
A lot of people
when you're physically older.
A lot of people are doing a lot of stupid things though. I mean, like heroically stupid fucking things.
Yeah, give me an example.
Just shit that like nobody cares about. Like even I was like going through the stories today of like what there is like out there, and it's like nobody. Oh, did you see this house that blew up in Pennsylvania?
Oh yeah, I did see that.
No,
I only saw that because of TikTok. That's it.
Frank, so
I thought it was fake too. Go ahead.
It's a video. It's like a doorbell camera video.
Yeah.
Weird block, right, Janine? Where it's like a couple of houses, and then it's like up a ways in the distance. Just beautiful day. All of a sudden, boom! The house is fucking gone. Killed 5 people.
Oh my god!
2 people that were just walking by.
Oh god!
Can you imagine the fucking odds on that?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
That's yeah.
You're going for a walk. You're trying to be healthy. It was a guy, a father and a son. Let's go for a walk, son. They walk in front of the house as it fucking explodes.
Oh my god! What happened? What was it?
I don't know.
Leak?
Nobody knows. They're assuming a gas leak. Yeah.
Oh my god!
They're assuming it's a gas leak, but nobody's. They're just. It's happened today. I think.
Jeez.
That's some fucking unlucky lottery bullshit.
Yeah. Oh god, that's terrible.
That's
well, good night, everybody.
Final destination shit, right?
It's messed
I never saw that.
I saw every single one. I love those.
It gets worse as the
they
franchise continues, but the first one was good.
Well, that's another thing. So I'm sick. I've watched I've exhausted Netflix. I got to the end of like I watched everything. Like I've just been sitting on my ass watching stuff, and I just like there's a lot. Like I don't know. It's not Netflix in the beginning used to be amazing. You were like, holy shit, I got to see this. And now it's like so much stuff. And the way they package it, I've had enough with that bullshit too. Like, here's a comedy you'd like. And then it's like, here's a hilarious movie you'd like. It's like, you're just repackaging the same 12 movies to me. You know
what's weird to me? Like, this is when you know Netflix doesn't have anything good to offer. When something from like 10 years ago is trending. You know, it's like, oh, Despicable Me is the #1 movie on Netflix. It's like, what?
I am
Why?
fit to be tired.
Great movie, but
over the Suits thing. Suits is everywhere.
I know.
Everybody's like, you got to watch Suits. To Frank's point, it's a 12-year-old USA show. Nobody gave a shit about that show. 12 years now, all of a sudden, it's #1 everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm
Well,
not
it's because
buying
of Megan. It's because Meghan Markle's in it.
I don't think so. She was in it. How much shit has she popped in over 3 years? All of a sudden,
Well, she's still big in the. There's a big following of, of Meghan Markle that like positive and negative, and that's probably why it's got its big surge now because she's it's all back up in. But like Netflix, I was scrolling around. I actually watched a movie that I meant to see. I watched Captain Phillips for the first time yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw that a couple weeks ago. What'd you think?
I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Is that I'm the Captain Now?
Yes,
it is. I thought it was really good. I thought Tom Hanks. I mean, the don't know his name, but the I'm the Captain Now guy. Did he win? I think he won for that, or he was at least He was nominated.
He was nominated. I know.
He was
I don't know
nominated.
if he might have won. Nobody's ever seen that guy again.
Tom Hanks wasn't nominated, but I think he should have at the very least, been nominated. He was so good in that.
I think I saw that a few years ago, and I was like, "Wow, this is a really good movie." But then
Yeah, it was great.
I missed either the middle. No, I saw the ends. I missed the middle, but I got to go back and watch it. Maybe Netflix will recommend me to watch that.
I just can't stand all the categories of like just nothingness. It's the same shit. And then I go, where's my list? I put stuff in a thing that I want to watch. And I can't that's gone. It's fucking gone.
It's gone.
I don't see it anymore. All I see is rom-com and comedy and love and laugh out loud comedies. It's like, it just give me a comedy section. I don't need fucking 6 different names for comedy.
Damn, this guy's getting
It's the same bullshit.
angry.
I also found a plot hole in the Truman Show. Would you like to discuss this?
A plot hole in the Truman Show. Go
Yeah.
for it.
It's a really big one.
I feel like there's a bunch, but go ahead.
Okay. Spoiler alert. Truman Show, right? They follow Jim Carrey around since the time of his birth. They stream his life 24/7. He decides that he's had enough and wants to escape.
Right.
They gave him a fear of water by having his father drown one time.
Yep.
So he never goes near water. That's why he stays on the island. That's why he stays where they can film him. Okay. So then he decides, fuck it, I'm leaving. And he gets on a boat. And of course, they bring the storm, right?
Right.
But he's on a fucking sailboat. Okay. The quickest way to stop Truman is by cutting off the wind. Like,
or blowing it in the other direction.
yeah. So they put this big storm to flip him over. He doesn't flip over, and surprise, he still floats his way to the end. Why? You're inside a huge bubble. Turn off the wind.
Yeah. You control the wind, the waves, the water, everything.
Everything.
Just push him back onto the land.
Yeah, there's an idea. Push him back the other way. Just what the
That's
like,
a good point.
It's the stupidest thing. He's just there. And then we're gonna watch him float to the wall. He hits the wall.
Nothing
and
they could do. They just stop it. Yeah. They just bang.
yeah.
Yeah,
A structure large enough that you could see from outer space they built.
Ugh.
And he crashes into the part next to the emergency exit door. I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, I think legally there has to be an emergency exit every 20 feet. No, I don't know. But what screwed me, I remember seeing the trailer for that movie, And in the trailer, they show him outside the dome.
Really?
You believe that? They show him like they didn't show it in the movie. It was a scene that they didn't do in the movie, but in the trailer they show him open a door and step out, and then it zooms out, and it's him on top of a set of stairs, and the big dome. The outside of the dome is all around him.
And you can see the dome.
I'm like, well, there's the fucking end of the movie. What are you doing to me? That was in the trailer. I was like, all right, he's gonna get out. I get it. I mean, it's a fairly obvious. It's not gonna end with them killing him or anything.
Yeah.
We know where it's going, but at least don't show that in the little mystery. We don't know what's gonna happen. I remember seeing that and going, well, there he is outside of the fucking thing. We know he makes it out. So
Have we ever talked about this? Prior to the Truman Show, for years, had that thought of, oh, is this all not a TV show, but I thought, is everybody making this up for me?
Oh, everybody thinks that.
Everybody thinks that, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
Anthony,
common
you
thing.
think very highly of yourself.
Like, I had that feeling of like, I'm like, I look at my family and go, are these people real? Because
I'll do you one better. I have a thing like if I'm walking, let's say, through a supermarket or something, and I go, well, this person walking opposite me, coming at me, they're gonna want to. I'm gonna watch them to see if they notice, like, because if I'm the star of this thing, they're gonna look at you. They're gonna look at me and go, oh,
you're lying to me right now.
it's just a thought you have in your head, like you're on the Truman Show, like you're the focus of the Truman Show. So, oh, this person's gonna look at me. And they're gonna go, oh, that's him. Like remember in the Truman Show, there were people that were doing that. Like there was a little kid that's like pointing at him.
yes,
And the mother's like, no, don't. So you look for that, and then you think, okay, all right, maybe she didn't look. She's a professional actress. She doesn't want to lose her job. She keeps walking. But then you're like, all right, well, maybe they want screen time. So you got to figure, are they gonna follow me? Are they gonna be in the same shot as me?
Are
Yeah.
you? You guys, this is what you think of.
Yeah, you think we're thinking? What do you think we're thinking? This is what guys think of.
this one.
We're not thinking anything, fucking deep. We're thinking, are we on a fucking hidden camera show?
Bird, I thought grown-ups around me were robots when I was a kid. See?
Wow, that's crazy.
I used to think, all right, sitting in when you're sitting in a car, you're not driving. When I was a kid, you sit in a car, your parents are driving, and you have the windshield in front of you, and as you're moving, you have the street lights. And if you notice, there's like a beam of light coming from the street light. It's just the reflection on the windshield, right?
Okay.
But it looks like a beam of light. And as you drive, each beam starts again, and it's like, it's continuous for each. I used to think that beam of light was pulling us up the road when I was very little.
Was pulling you up the road?
Like it was pulling the car. Like it looked like a rope, like the beam of light looked like it was attached to the car. And I remember when I was very, very young going, oh, like these things, because it would start again with every new street light. I was like, oh, these things are just pulling us along. I get it.
Because you had no concept of a gas pedal.
I didn't know how the car was moving. I had no idea.
I remember I almost drove my father off a road because I said to him, I go, how do you know when to hit the gas? He's like, when I want to go. I'm like, yeah, but like when you're going around a turn, I go, I notice you know when to hit the gas. He's like, yeah, you just know. I'm like, how? He's like, you just know. I'm like, yeah, but how? He's like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
It's like you want to walk home the rest of the way.
I remember the first time I drove, I didn't know that there were variations on how, like if you press the brake lightly, you could slow down, or if you press it hard, you'd stop short. I thought every time you had to put the brake to the floor.
Yeah, just stop short.
So as I was moving, I slammed the brake to the floor and it went fucking flying.
I like Will's comment here. Read Will's comment, Frank.
When I was a kid, I thought adults were stupid. Now that I'm an adult, I know adults are stupid. Yeah.
Well.
I think that's why we have those You never had that feeling, Janine, of like, oh, is this all made up? Is this all a show for me?
Nah. Only one time. Only one time.
Okay, so
I
what? Nah. And you're judging us. You thought of it too.
Okay.
What was the one time?
It was about 7 years ago when someone I worked for cried for 2 hours and then told me I should take him to Dunkin' Donuts, and then cried in Dunkin' Donuts with me in there. And I legit was like, that's the only time in my life I ever had. Am I on a hidden camera show? Because there's no way that this is possibly real life right now. When I'm
That's
sitting
different.
yeah, it's different, right? Exactly.
You thought you were on a hidden camera show. That's different.
See, the things we're talking about is all of life made up for us?
Yeah.
That's the deepness we're thinking. Like, is all of this a big act?
Do you know when I gave up on it? My father took me to wrestling when I was a kid. And we had these amazing seats. And I was like, oh, this must be, I was like, I got lucky because I was like, oh, this can't be that we couldn't have gotten these seats. These great. Like, he doesn't make this much money, that kind of thing. And then I'm sitting there and I go, this is a lot to put on just to convince me, just to like, I think there's a lot of people here. Like, this
doesn't have to do this.
Yeah. Like, this is a really big to do. I don't know if this is all for me, cause then there's also that point of like, what do you want from me? Like, what am I supposed to be? Like, why are you watching me? Like, what is this all for?
Oh, wait a minute.
Entertaining, or am I supposed to be
wait
just
a
living
minute.
my life?
You fucking couldn't wait to do Taryn Manning until I came. Come on, guys.
We already did it.
We didn't know you were coming.
Oh, God.
We did 45 minutes on ass eating, the exact amount of time that Taryn Manning did.
Let me just tell you something. Let me just tell you something right now.
Yes.
Last night, 11:15, I come across the TikTok. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then it went down a rabbit hole. And I'm in bed.
Thank God you said rabbit hole, because I thought you were going to say
butthole.
Your husband's butthole. Go ahead.
I was fucking dying laughing in my bed. And roommate's like, what do you laugh at? I'm like, you got to listen to this. So he's like, who is that? And I was like, that's the girl from Orange is the New. He's like, no. Okay. I never in my life.
Did he go, she's got a point, honey. I don't know.
You know the speculation.
Why do you think she's so crazy?
Right. You know who it is, right?
Who the husband is?
Oh, the husband, no.
Are you going to say Leanne Rimes?
That's right.
Is that for real? That's what I said before, that it was on the search thing. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yep.
She knows Leanne Rimes' husband?
Mm-hmm.
Does she live in the Northeast? Because they were in like Rhode Island, I thought.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is she went to buy him a boat because she ate his butt. Something like that, right?
I think the details of this are a little sketchy.
All right. I'm glad we have J-Zaps here. Do you think it's presumptuous of a gentleman to ask to get his butthole eaten?
No, I wouldn't say it's presumptuous. Do you think it is?
Yeah, I think it is. I think you must have some fucking nerve to ask.
Is that a thing that has to be asked, or is it a thing that just has to happen in the mix of everything?
I would say.
Is there a talk that has to take place?
It's 2023. Who knows the days? I don't know. I would say the same thing for a woman then too.
Yes, no, that's the same thing.
See,
is this a conversation?
This is
has to happen.
This is a sexist thing for me. If a girl goes, "You want to eat my ass?" Totally fair. If a guy goes, "You want to eat my ass?" You've got some nerve. You've got some fucking nerve on you to ask that.
You're imagining your own,
partly.
Excuse me. If you remember what happened to me last week.
You ate somebody's asshole?
No. Did you not forget that someone begged me to do that?
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
What?
You did tell that great story. She told a great story about how a guy screamed at her in the middle of this supermarket.
Oh, it was out of anger.
On the way out of Target or whatever it was. He's like, "I'll bend over. I want to eat your ass."
What?
Was it Leanne Rimes' husband?
We're narrowing it down. It's a good chance. In the Northeast.
Right, exactly. I know, Frank. I was with my kids and leaving Staples, and there was some young kids there, and one of them told me to bend over. Well, screamed "bend over" because we were leaving at the same time, and then the other one screamed, "Please, can I eat your?"
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you yell anything back? Like, "Hey, I got my friggin' kids here. What's the matter with
I
you?"
said, "Oh yeah, Let's
She-
go.
She yelled her address back.
I was like, yeah, come on, let's do it. Let's do it then.
How dare you? Meet you around back in 20. How dare you?
Wait, Frank, she was embarrassed to tell the story on the podcast. I had to
I
pull
was
it out
embarrassed.
Well, now it's twice, so
Yeah, it's it.
nobody can miss it.
of her. By the way,
But see, he did ask, so
did you catch how I nailed every single detail? It wasn't a supermarket or Target. It was Staples.
because he's a
Staples.
man.
Yeah, you that's the location is not important in this story.
But you kind of illustrate my point. Like, he's clearly saying that as a joke in public.
Right.
He doesn't really mean it.
Are you
I
sure?
don't know. I think if J Sabs would have turned around and said, "Let's go,"
I did say that.
I feel like whoever that was, the guy who said that would have been like, yeah,
But also, he was asking to eat her butt. If he would have been like, "Come eat my ass,"
See,
you
that's
would
what
have
I
been
thought
like,
the story was in the beginning. I thought
Yeah,
it was like, eat my ass.
she would have probably been even more angry. Be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Right. But it's
Janine,
not a request. It's a yelling, statement.
what
I
kind
think no. I think it's 2023. I think that men want that done more, and I've heard from my single friends.
We're in a world
Sure.
gone mad. We're in a world gone mad.
It's almost expected. I'll say that.
It's
That-
expected.
Don't tell me these things.
Okay,
How is that expected?
Frank. If you and your wife got divorced, I bet you there'd be women. If you went on a date with a woman, first date.
First
or-
date. That seems like a second date kind of a thing to do.
I bet you that they would be like, okay, it's time you bend over.
I feel like there's a lot of steps before that happens.
I'm telling you.
I feel like we
From my
hold hands
friends,
first.
I'm telling you, my friends have told me. Okay?
It's a crazy world we're living in.
This is all brave new world.
Hey, no, listen. There's nothing wrong with it. Two people want to go do that. That's fine. Go do your thing. You do you.
Bird says, as long as he says please, I don't see a problem.
See,
See
that's
that?
how I
as long
kind
as
of
you're
felt.
polite about it.
Live a little. I don't think I'm living as much as I should be. That's what I'm learning. I'm very uncomfortable with that. I don't know.
So
I think you have-
that's the other part of it. You have to be comfortable with it.
I just know it's not. I just think for a guy to ask that is you
got to be ship shaped down
You think
there.
you have balls to ask that? That's what you're trying to say?
yeah, I have a real problem with it. It's a real ballsy thing to be like, why don't you eat my, like, who the fuck are you?
I don't know if you put it that way though. I mean, you don't have to say it in those words.
Yeah, that way.
Why don't you eat my? You don't have to be a friggin' animal
Well,
about
listen,
it.
I'm not an ass eating expert, but I will say this: if you're timid about it, I don't think you're gonna get your ass eaten. I don't think if you're like,
Well,
what do you think about maybe licking my?
I think there's some common ground in the middle there between timid and why don't you eat my ass? I think you could probably find some comfortable middle ground. You don't have to be shy, something or yelling it at
That's
the
what
person.
you think.
But again, think about this. Like, I gotta see a picture of Leanne Rimes' husband because, again, I'd love your input on this, J Sabs. What kind of a guy
Oh, he's ridiculously hot, her husband.
is he? Because I mean, to get your ass eaten for half a week straight and then go, oh, I gotta buy this guy like you haven't done enough for this man that you got to go out and buy him a boat after a tri-day ass eating session.
Make
Like-
sure that boat has
Wait.
portholes. Sorry, I don't know.
When you put it like that,
Hey,
Yeah.
people,
mean-
people do stuff out of, I don't know if it was love, but
What's that saying? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Is that it?
it is. I never got that. What the hell does that mean? I know what it means, but why don't
means
look
to-
a gift horse in the mouth?
When you finally find a girl who loves to eat your ass, don't try and
No,
get a
I
boat
get
out
the
of her.
lesson. I know what it's supposed to mean, but what does it literally mean? Like, why
Yeah.
am I looking at a gift horse in the mouth?
What does
Why
looking
would
in
I
the
do
mouth
that?
have to do with anything? That's what
I
I
have
don't
no
understand.
idea, but
Exactly.
I've never heard of that expression before in my entire life.
You've never heard "Don't look a gift horse in the mouth" until just now.
Never heard that before.
I can't believe you never thought the world was fake and everybody was just on a TV show
I'm
that starred
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry. I think that's the weirdest thing. I am like, I'm going to
I
go
can't believe you
upstairs and
never
can't
heard
wait
that
to talk
expression.
about you guys to my husband.
That's fine.
Is that what's
I
gonna?
bet-
That's the post-episode talk. Like, listen, what these crazy guys talk
I bet you he had the same thought at some point.
Yes.
I don't know, but all I know is that Taryn Manning, oh my God, hysterical.
I love the whole religious part of it. That she's like, so what? I like the married man's asshole.
Yeah.
There's demons everywhere. You got to watch out for. It's like, what?
Yeah. Not me, but the demon. They're out there.
Put your Jesus cross on your fucking
I
ring,
know.
on your ring.
Oh, she's so. It has to be Leanne Rhymes' husband, but
Still, she's the hottest crackhead we've ever had. I'm telling you, there's no.
Trying to think of another one. J-Sabs, any hot crackheads out there?
Like
we know of any
to get a
famous ones?
trailer trashy crackhead girl, but you're like, oh, she's kind of beautiful at the same time. You know,
It's a tough bullseye to hit.
goddamn, Paul is so smart. Paul knows everything. You examine a horse health by its teeth.
Okay, so you got you accept it as a gift. You're not nitpicky about the. Okay, I got you. Thank you.
why I
Paul.
like. You know why I like Taryn Manning? I loved her in 8 Mile. You probably forgot that she was in that, right?
No, we
I
went
did.
over that. She was in that.
We said she was in it, but I don't remember. You remember what she played? Did she play his
Yes,
girlfriend?
the girl's name was Janine.
Really?
Yeah.
And she was. I thought she was great in Orange Is the New Black. She was the most
Yeah, she
one of the
was.
most interesting characters in the show.
Crazy.
But she sounds exactly like that in this video, like her character.
She does, right?
Like a drunken, cracked out redneck.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Um.
Fucking Taryn Manning.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Leanne Rhymes' husband. Could we get some confirmation on that? I
Wait,
don't know
did
if
you
that's
see
the
that
truth.
before I sent it last night, Anthony? Or no?
When you sent it to me, that was the first time I saw it.
Breaking
And
news right here.
it was in the search bar. You know how they put in the search bar like a suggested search?
Yep.
So, but that doesn't mean it's true. It just means that that's what everybody's searching, you know? So,
Yeah, because she said Leanne, right?
because she says
Everybody
Leanne
just-
at the end. Yeah.
Everybody jumped to the only famous Leanne that everybody can agree on that they know. I can't think of another Leanne Womack, but I'm sure more people know Leanne Rhymes than Leanne Womack.
Mm-hmm.
I would instantly not give a shit if it was Leanne Womack. I don't care what
Exactly.
she does.
Same here.
So yeah, Leanne Rhymes is the most famous Leanne I think we have as a society.
Maybe it was Leanne Toohey.
Could have been Leanne Toohey, if that's a person.
Anything else you guys have? We're not going to be doing this for quite a while, so.
Let's show. Finally put together that hutch. So about 8 months ago, my wife and I bought this hutch
Oh, I
from
hate
Amazon.
that. I hate that word. Go ahead.
Did you tell this story on the podcast or after the podcast? Because I can't remember, but I loved it.
I don't
instantly.
remember. Maybe after.
Okay.
Okay. So about 8 months ago, my wife and I bought this. Well, give me another word then for hutch. Cabinet.
I don't know why. I think because my
It's got
mother
a
says that.
counter.
Go ahead.
It's a counter. It's got shelves above that you can open a door. That's like glass doors, and then underneath is shelves as well. So it's about 6 feet, 7 feet tall, big wooden thing, and it 1,000,000 pieces. So about 8 months ago, as soon as we got it, like a couple days went by, and we started putting this thing together one weekend, just the two of us, and it took us half the day, and we got it to about 75% done. We said, all right, we're going to put it in the spot where it's going to go in the kitchen. It's in this corner of our kitchen, and we're going to work on it next weekend. We'll get it going. 8 months later, we finally
Finished it?
yesterday finished it.
Oh my God.
So we finish it. We've got it. It's all up. It's ready to go. It's missing one fucking screw.
Oh.
So you have to. This thing a million pieces. Every board that you can figure for the whole thing has to be screwed in, and it was I have a blister on my finger because I used a screwdriver instead of a fucking power drill. So I'm using a screwdriver, and so we get to literally. This is the last thing you have to do, is we put the handles on all the doors. There's 4 doors and then one drawer that pulls out. So we got these handles that we put on, and there's one screw missing from one of the handles. So it's completed, but one handle is missing one screw, so we got to go
All
find
right.
the screw at Home Depot. But other than that, we finally fucking fit. After 8 months, this thing has been sitting in the corner of our kitchen on the ground in 2 huge pieces for 8 months.
Really?
And then we finally put those 2 pieces together, stood it up, and screwed in all the doors and everything. It was a pain in the ass, but we did it. So I'm very proud of us that we actually accomplished that. That's my story.
To be fair,
Yeah.
your wife did release a novel.
True.
I don't know
Some
what
stuff
your
going
excuse
on.
is, but she was.
I didn't want to do it. That was my excuse. I got to tell you, the day we started it, I was highly motivated. I was like, we're going to get this thing done. We're going to do it. Blah, blah, blah. And we got most of it put together. It took a long time, but it was a pain in the ass. But we did it. All these pieces. There was like 1 billion screws and all different shapes and sizes, dowels and boards and all this stuff. And so that day I was gung ho and we did it. And then we got to a point. It was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night that night, and I was like, all right, let's just take a break. We stopped, and then once we stopped, that was it. We never started.
That was it.
Like we'll start up again in 8 months.
We always fight when we put stuff together, which I'm sure every other couple does too. Because it's like, no, it doesn't do that. No, it belongs this way. Okay, good. No, I know it's going to be bad. I know. I just know going into it. Nope.
My wife and I do not fight when things are being put together. And I'll tell you,
come on.
not at all. Can I give you the secret?
What?
She doesn't take part in the putting together.
Oh, there you go.
That's good.
Can't fight when you're not in the same room.
Erin was a big help. We did not fight. We'd have the instructions out.
You
She
probably
would
had sex
separate all the pieces, and
Mm-mm.
she would give me, I need screw A and B. She'd give me everything I need. She'd hold this, very helpful. So we did that together, the whole thing, and right now it's in the living room, in the kitchen, and it's all together, and we're very happy.
No, my wife goes, that's all you. That's how I know. That's okay.
I couldn't do. If you had to put something like this together, you'd need a second pair of hands.
I don't think so.
It's a big freaking project.
You hurt yourself using a screwdriver? Is that what you're telling everybody?
It was it's a blister. It wasn't. I didn't cut myself. It's just a blister.
On that note,
Isn't it highly stressful to not finish something? Doesn't that drive you crazy?
No. We put it in the corner, and as long as we don't walk into it, it wasn't that stressful for 8 months.
Here's the thing. When you go on vacation, do you have to get new shoes?
oh, no, because I'm
Depends
not
on
a
the
man.
I get new shoes when my current shoes are falling apart.
Which you have displayed probably behind you.
Yes, this is my new one of 2, obviously, sneakers. This is brand new. I haven't worn it yet. I love it. It looks great though.
Have you ever heard of this brand? We know what brand Frank's is, right?
Skechers?
Yeah.
It is Skechers. Very good.
Goes without saying, right?
It's not Croc. We can't all have Crocs like Anthony.
These are, and I'm going to show you these, and I want your honest opinion. These are Brooks shoes.
Okay.
Now, before I've seen them, I labeled them before the show started. I labeled them as old man sneakers.
Let me see them.
I don't.
So
know
my
them,
wife-
I don't know what they look like.
So I always get Skechers because I just like, what's the cheapest? Fucking, I don't give a fuck. Who cares? And then I always hate the shoes. So my wife goes, get yourself a nice pair of shoes. So this will tell you how cheap I am. So we go to Dick's Sporting Goods because she's like, they have these shoes there. I go, okay. I pick up the first shoe. Guess how much the fucking shoe was?
$149.
$169.
Yeah,
I
it's
immediately
bullshit.
put the shoe back down. I go, let's go. I was like,
No.
$40.
Thank you. That's what I'm used to. I'm used to $40.
And they're comfortable. They're Skechers. I love them.
Skechers are great for the first 12 days. And then after that, they're
No.
shit again.
Wow, you gave it 12 days. I was going to say 2 hours.
What are you guys talking about? Skechers are comfortable. They're soft. They're good. What's wrong with? I don't
Ugh.
understand.
Oh,
So we leave there because I'm like, I'm not spending $169. We go to another shoe. We go to a shoe store. I don't know how Dick's makes money. We go to another shoe store, and this. I don't know how much I paid for these. It was like $80 or $90. It was still like the most I've ever paid for a pair of shoes, but which is still a lot.
let me see them. You got to make yourself bigger. That's what she said.
Okay,
Boom.
I'm gonna show you guys this shoe.
Oh God, you want me to give you my real honest opinion,
Yeah,
or
I
you want
want-
me to lie?
No, I want you to lie.
No. Well, I want you to lie at first, but then I want you to give me your honest opinion. Do I need to be bigger?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this
Aw.
What's with the red tipped lace?
okay? Okay. Can I
That's my one
Aw.
critique.
can I pull this shoe off?
I wish you would.
What kind are they?
Brooks. Maybe Brooks will send us some awesome shoes. They're super fucking expensive.
They're not bad looking. I'll I think they're okay.
80 or 90? I hate to
They're
tell
not worth
you.
$80 or $90. You got screwed.
No, 80 or 90. That's not really that expensive.
These
That's
were
not expensive?
$40.
No.
See, I'm used to buying $40 shoes.
Well,
Let me see the inside.
This-
How's the sole? Is it comfy, cushy?
this shoe at least screams that you haven't given up on life. Like
Yeah.
Crocs do.
The Croc does.
I'm sorry. Don't
I
look
s-
at me. Don't look at me.
Well, that's fine. I don't care.
Don't look at me.
I'm totally fine with that. But the first thing I said to my wife was the first thing that Frank said. I go, I don't know if I can pull off red tips on the shoelaces.
Oh my God.
I think that's
I don't think anybody's going to examine them that closely when you're wearing them.
there. And this is, by the way, it's like a hot. It's not hot pink, but it's like a hot red. It's like a neon.
You know what you do? You put them. See the J Sabs. I'm setting you up for this one. See that extra hole?
That's what she said.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Lick
You
it.
just put them right in there. You lick it first, then you put the red thing right in.
Oh, you mean over here? Tuck it back in.
Tuck it right. Yeah,
Tuck
put
it.
right through the hole. It won't stay.
Oh, no,
So that bright color red, I almost bought another pair, which I liked a lot, which were really expensive. But see this bottom part here that's black?
Yeah.
It was that red color all the way through. And if you look at the front, it kind of sticks up in the front. So it's like this big red thing here.
Yeah, that's no good.
I literally go, I love these, but I can't, I couldn't, that's not, I can't.
Let me ask you the most important question of all.
Yeah.
What kind of socks are you wearing with these shoes?
Black socks.
Are they high or low?
As high as I can get them, baby.
And that's
Not
it.
with shorts. Oh, and she's got. See, the socks not only depend on the sneakers, but also the kind of pants you're wearing. If you're wearing jeans, you could wear socks that are pretty tall, long socks.
Yeah.
If you're wearing shorts, you gotta slim those socks right down. Wear the
Yeah.
shorter socks. Those are nice, though. I got no problem with those. What did they say inside?
Run happy.
Okay. Which you're not going to do, either of those.
Nope. Well, unless there's an ice cream truck passing by.
Exactly. Yeah, those are nice.
I don't know.
You got a good pair. They you tried them on? They're comfy?
Very.
Well, there you go. What do you're all good. I think you did well.
Light and comfortable. Like they're light. Which I didn't really notice. Like Skechers are not heavy, but then like I put these on and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, those
Felt-
are nice.
It felt like there was nothing on my feet.
See, I like to get the dark sneakers so they don't look dirty after a while. Like if this was white, it's gonna get dirty.
I agree. I like those. See the ones that almost looks like a shoe more than a sneaker. Almost.
That's what I was going for. I wanted, like, I could wear this with jeans, and I could wear this, I guess, with nicer jeans. I don't know. I can't really wear it with like maybe khakis.
This goes with all the jeans that I own. The nice ones.
I could wear this with khakis. I think that would work.
Are they
don't know
vegan?
why
Is that
they're
what they
vegan.
say? They're vegan shoes.
I didn't, I didn't choose them because of that. But hey, what?
I didn't realize I was walking around with Philly cheesesteaks on my feet all these years. What the fuck is a vegan shoe?
I don't know. No animals were harmed, I guess. Yeah, this is all, this isn't real leather or anything. This is all. And this thing is like impossible to get out. I can't get this. It's like a solid brick.
I know that's crazy.
Got it. And it's classic fit, air cooled memory foam.
And you bought those online.
Yeah, Amazon.
That's because we can return stuff now. It's like, who cares? Just buy anything online.
Yeah, these are small, and they're nice. I like them. I bought my last pair online. They were good. Also Skechers.
I got perturbed at the shoe store because I'm in the aisle. There's a long ass aisle.
Oh.
And the chair's all the way at the end. I go, you're in the sit down and try this on business.
There should be a chair every 10 feet.
Like an emergency exit in the Truman Show. Every fucking 10 feet, there should be a fucking chair.
Exactly. There should be one of those benches that you would never see anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
For some reason, have a ramp on them and a mirror. What the fuck are those things?
What are those things?
They just make them for shoe stores. You never see them out in the real world.
Yeah, I guess so. It's weird.
Yeah. But
I also think it's weird. Like, because my wife is like, she's like, do you like them? I go, yeah, but I need like a day and a half. You know what I mean? Like, I really need to like.
You got to live your life in them.
Yeah, it's like buying a car. Like, oh, you drove it for 15 minutes. Do you want to buy it? Do you want to spend 60 grand on this? It's like, I'm not, I don't know.
It's like Kramer. You got to take. I don't live around here. I got to go drive to my chores. You got to take it for a test drive.
You take it for a test drive.
You should be able to wear the sneaker for a day and bring it back.
Yeah.
Once you drive it off the lot, it loses its value. I get that.
Hey, would you blow me? Goes Nike. I can't do Nike because I have wide feet.
They don't have wide shoes, Nike?
They might. I'm not entirely sure.
Nike's
But
expensive, though. They can be, I feel.
Yeah, and wide feet is like you can have wide feet and not be heavy, but that's the husky section of the shoe store.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, because like I walk into a shoe store and they go, "Oh, you have a wide foot," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, thank you." And they're like,
I didn't even say anything. You like just walked at the store.
"Yeah,
Oh, they greet you with, "Hi, come in. You have a wide foot."
you have a wide foot," and I go, "You're the janitor, aren't you?" Yeah,
Get
but
the
it's still
fuck away
like,
from me.
see as clear as day. Yeah, and then there's like good news. We have over 9,000 pairs of shoes in the store, and 3 of them are made for wide feet. So why don't you go head over there and take a look?
And
at
we
what you
have
think.
one in your size.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking so
Telling you, man.
stupid.
Online. Came the next day. Happy as a clam.
I know, but Skechers, and listen, I'm a Sketcher. I get it. You're basically telling the world, I don't give a shit.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with these? These are nice.
Nobody remotely cool is wearing Skechers.
What are you talking about?
You're wearing dad shoes.
Skechers are not I've been wearing Skechers the last 15 years.
Exactly. You're not making the point you think you're making.
Damn it. No, but Skechers, they're comfortable. I thought they were, because they were new like 15 years ago. There was a new company.
Let me give you your thing as an example. And again, I told you I think those shoes are cool. But somebody at the Skechers building said, why don't we combine a shoe and a sneaker? And somebody else said, nobody in their right mind would ever buy that. And then somebody else said, we work at Skechers. And they were like, all right, make one up and let's see how it goes. Because the guy that said that at Nike got fucking fired.
Yeah, and they lost out on all that Frankie C money. Skechers knew who to advertise to. And this is a nice shoe. It's good for casual. It's good for jeans.
Okay, here's the other thing. My wife goes, those are cool. I go, the Asics? She's like, yeah. Like Asics brand?
Oh, uh-huh.
And then, I'm sorry. She goes, those are cool too. I go, the Saucony ones? I go, what happened where everything that was dog shit for the last 20 years is now suddenly fucking cool again?
Wait, what was dog shit and is now cool?
Saucony shoes,
What the fuck is that?
New Balance were the shoes that your dad bought when he gave up. Those were yours and my dad's Skechers, right? Now, all of a sudden, New Balance are some of the most expensive shoes in the shoe store.
Well, they say fashion is cyclical. It's going to come around again. I'm waiting for these to come around again.
You'll be waiting for a while, my friend.
Damn it.
You got anything else?
I don't think so. We're off for what? Another week and a half?
Taking the family on a trip. There will be no show until, oh man,
It's going to be a while.
it is going to be a while.
Watch some reruns in the meantime. Share
will-
some episodes, your favorites.
We will be back on Monday, August 28th.
August 20th. So leave us some comments. I love I love reading the comments under our videos on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, write to us. We'll reread them. You know, if you think we're not reading them, we are. And if I like your comment, I will like it. If I really like it, I will comment. So
Yeah. I think you had the best idea, though. Go back and randomly pick a show to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of, we got to do more product testing. We haven't done that in a while.
I almost did it with Pepsi. I think Pepsi just came out with a pineapple. Pepsi pineapple.
I'd try that.
Yeah.
Anybody and if you leave a comment, let us know if there's a product out there you want us to taste test. It's usually food, what we do, what we test out. If there's anything weird out there you want us to try, let you know if it's good. There's trends that people do. They combine this and this, and they don't know if it's good. Well, let us know. We'll give it a shot.
We'll give it a shot. Yeah. We'll be active on the members area. I'll put some stuff up from the trip,
Exactly.
So if you're a member, you'll get to see some of that fun stuff of the family trip. If you're not a member, you become a member. Click the link in the description below.
Member it up.
And just know that the love is there, even though we are not.
I just put my shoe on. It's very tight.
You sending it back.
I think I might have to send it back.
Tune into the next live to see if Frank keeps or returns his new kicks.
Son of a bitch. I was really happy with these two.
You know what's going to happen? You're going to go back to the site. They're not going to have your size.
The last pair of shoes I got was a half size up, and it was too small. Too big, I mean. So I went a half size down, and now it's too small.
They're wildly inconsistent. None of it makes sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
The sizing doesn't make any sense.
Ugh.
Fuck shoes. All right, love you all. Catch you guys in the next one. See you in a couple of weeks.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.